Hey, good evening guys, welcome back to the Tech Solution, and today we've got A02s. He just bought it yesterday and the phone got cracked. So let's see if we can restore it. There's a glass all over the place inside of it, so fingers crossed, and hopefully we can restore it for him back like a new one. And the phone is in overall mint condition as it's only 1 day old, and bad luck, he broke it. So let's see if we can restore it. So we're going to pop the SIM card up first, and he haven't even finished setting it up yet. So, well, anyway, here we go. So we're just going to take the back cover off. So I want to make sure we don't damage any of the buttons, as it's quite easily damageable. So we're going to just take that off, and there's no back buttons, and these are the spots that breaks quite easily on the back. So here it goes off. Here we are, back up and running like this one. So what we're going to do is just unscrew it completely, and we should be away. Sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those screws off, and we should be able to recover it, as I believe the screen doesn't have one here, does it? Let's have a look at if there's even a connector on it. If there is, then we've got to take the back off, otherwise, yeah. So as we can see, there's a connector that's connecting to the charging port, so we've got to remove them all off. Anyway, let's get back to work, and we should be able to take those off quickly. Hey guys, if you guys like everything, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, so when the new content is up, you guys will be able to see it, and you'll get the first notification as well. So, you know, all good. Yeah, so these phones do only use a glue to settle on the screen, and there's no screws in the screen, so we have to be slightly careful when we're gluing it down. And we don't want to damage any of the ports, so if we go and if we use, we want to make sure we don't damage these cables over here, as they are really hard to find. So we're going to be slightly careful while taking it off. I'm going to just unscrew others. All the screws are pretty much the same, so it's always best to have them organized at one place, but I believe they're pretty much the same as per my experience. What I've done a couple of those restores, and you know, they're pretty much the same. There was only one phone, which was I think A02, that had these screws slightly different, and it broke the screen, so we had to put a new one on it. And that was Samsung done on purpose, I'll say, because it was something not required, as these phones use same screws, so they could have used it. Here's the SIM tray that pops up. So there's a SIM tray right here. Yeah, here we go. So there's a SIM tray right here, so we're going to be careful we don't pocket while removing that plastic cover off it. So here we go. Just going to remove screen connectors. Both of the screen connectors come out like that, and there's the other one right here. So we're going to be slightly careful with the antenna right here. As you can see, there's a wire that's going through there, so we don't want to break it while we're trying to remove it. So we're going to slightly put it on an angle. We're going to put that in forward so it doesn't damage that while we pull it out. So all we got to do now is old style pull this screen out. So there's a big crack right here, so we're just going to go into it slowly and inside. There we go. So the battery has been disconnected, so there's no harm, no risk. It's a little bit of screen off. Now we're going to do the bottom part. So once we got this under the LCD, there's less risk involved in it. Just going to pull that up. Right here. I'm going to pull this up. and here goes the whole thing. Just gonna lift this up. Yeah, it is. Look at that. This one does have a bit of a heavy screen than the others, like S series and all of the phones do have a really slim screen, where this screen is a lot more of a heavy one. You can see it. So these are the connectors that makes the whole screen work. Other than that, that's the phone. Alright, so cleaning time. So we're just going to give it a bit of clean now. Just going to start with removing the big pieces off it. Bro, the phone has still got like a really good glue because it's a brand new phone. It's not coming off easily. So be careful, use the gloves if you guys don't want to get bleeding hands. Been doing it for a while, so I'm quite used to it, but I can still get quite easily stung by it. See that? Get easily. So shit, that one's a bad one. Right here, got it again. Alright, this one's a bad one. So it goes out. Stung me twice. Good. It goes out. Goes out like that. You do have to get used to it if you're doing this kind of work. So clean it off slightly. Good. Main board just popped up. So the only thing that's holding the main board is this cable, the antenna cable. That can break quite easily. That's the reason. So now we're going to get the swell cloth and we're going to rub it on there. There's a bit of a goes, it just rubs off slowly. Sweet, just cleans off from here. Looks all good. There's a bit of small glass pieces everywhere in it. I'm going to rub on the edges too, as it's black, so it's quite hard that the glass pieces could just stay in there and break the new screen, which can be expensive. Here goes. Alright, time for a new screen to go on. Here's our new screen. It's got this tape on it, so you're going to remove this tape so it can go and sit on it. I'm going to make sure we put this on angle. If we don't put this on right angle, we can easily wreck the LCD touch and everything. So I'm going to slightly bend this, and there's like small marking where the cable should sit to whole length. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It is. You can see the small markings on it that's been put onto, like that's how it should sit. So you got to follow it. It's on like pretty much every screen. There's worst case scenario you would even see, you won't see the marking, so you just got to be slightly careful. Alright, let's put this glue on. Go. We don't want to use too much of it. If we do, then it will cause a touch damage. It will damage the touch of the LCD, and sometimes you don't get anything on the screen at all. So avoid that at all cost if possible, and it has happened to me a few times. I'm just trying to use not too much. And we're gonna put some more glue in the middle right here, so just catch it nicely. It doesn't matter which pattern you put it in. It'll still do the job. Just want to make sure we don't put it near the connectors anywhere. If we do, then we can easily damage and short circuit the screen. Gotta do this by the hands. Here we go. Shit. It smells bad. Doesn't smell that good. Neither you want to smell it. Here it goes. And that should just sit on this one. nicely. Oops, just got to hold off the close under it. It goes. Just going to push it slightly. Going to get the wiring of the antenna from the right place. And I'm going to put that right where it was, right where it started from. There it goes. I'm going to connect the cables. I'm going to test it if it's working or not. Oops, it's a bit sticky. It's a little sticky. Okay, slightly tough to get in. There it goes. Good, let's just test the screen if it's working. All good, so sweet as guys, and here we are with it. So all we got to do is we got to just slam that on and it should be okay. Sweet as, so we've got to just put that back on. New screen's all up and on it, so we just got to test it. All we're going to do is we're going to put all the screws back in there. We're going to test it. Hopefully we got it to the recovery, and the phone is really nice. There's like no dust or anything in there. It's expected, as he said he only bought it yesterday. But hey guys, be careful with your phones. Get a cover, get a screen protector. It's really nice. They're worth it. They're worth the money. And yeah, no, this phone is really nice from inside, to be upfront. It's got 3 cameras, and you've got to make sure it's aligned properly. It's got really nice, it's got really nice battery in there. It's got 2 cables, one for a touch and LCD. They would have probably just gone with the designer for 1 cable. I'm not sure why did they go with the 2. So it's all good. And we're just gonna make sure all the screws go back in there. I'm gonna put the top lid on. Gonna secure it with the top cover. So this is pretty much you could say like a flag design of a Samsung. Like you will see it on all the Samsung phones, even from flagship phones to the cheapest phone of a Samsung. They will have 2 covers, top and the bottom, and that's it. They will always have 1 cover for the top and 1 cover for the bottom. Even though it's Samsung S series, flagship, Note series, it doesn't matter. They will always have 2 or more pieces. Like in S series, they got 3-piece style. It's like a suit, 3-piece suit. However, it's got a cover. I don't know. It's like it's all about the money, what they want to earn. So must be some kind of money savings in that. There we go. So all the screws are back in there. Yeah, we should be all square. Gonna put that back on. Goes on and it locks nicely, firmly on it. And we're gonna test it in a moment, and it is turned on. So we're gonna see how well it looks now. Look at that. It's like a brand new phone. You literally can't tell there was anything even wrong with it. So here it is, the touch and everything works fine, no issues at all. So I hope you guys like the recovery of this A02s phone, Samsung, and if you guys want to see more of these contents, like, share and subscribe, and I'll have a lot more content coming up for you. Have a lovely day and enjoy the day. Take care.